Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a pick I did probably 3 or 4 weeks ago where I found some Aurora models from the 1960s. Rather than tell you about it, let's get into it right now. Let's go.
Let's go!
Anyway, they've been sitting up there I don't know how many years. Somebody said they painted them. I don't know.
Yeah, those are model kits.
Okay.
Yeah, those are cool.
So.
Those are really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Run across some other things and
Oh, please, yeah,
I
please.
can't believe you even think those are cool.
I think they're awesome.
You want some bubble wraps to put around them too? And he was such a wise
Swamp
man.
Thing is freaking cool.
Is
oh
it
my
really?
Gosh, that's awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've been waiting for it, but I have for quite some time. I've been sitting on these for probably 4 weeks now. All right, so number one, I've got the Wolfman, the Phantom, who was complete until one of my toys fell off and snapped his head. So we will repair him today. All right, I think Dracula is going to come out next. You can tell, I mean, I don't think that's part of the display. No, it's not. That's real. That's real cobwebs there, everybody. All right, this one I have some concerns about. We got Frankenstein here. But look what's going on with this. I don't know. The Mummy. Crust-covered, dusty mummy. We've got Godzilla. Also just covered in dust. This guy here on the original video, I think I referred to him as the Swamp Thing, which, my bad. This is the creature from the Black Lagoon. So I have to reattach him as well. And then there's some things here I gotta figure out. I think first step is going to be cleanup. A quick bit of history while I clean these up. Aurora released these Universal Monster kits in the early 1960s, and they absolutely exploded. Kids were buying them faster than Aurora could make them, and Frankenstein alone sold over 1 million kits. They were cheap, spooky, and every kid wanted them for their shelf. Aurora kept adding more monsters, and suddenly these became the iconic monster models of the era. Today, collectors love them because they capture that perfect mix of 1960s monster culture and childhood nostalgia. And when you find a full set like this, especially in good shape, it's a big deal.
Monsters on my desk, all lined in a row. Paint on my shirt and it still won't go. Dracula's cape with the shiny red drip. The mummy's wrap starting to slip. Wolfman howling by the window light. Tiny scares that feel just right. Monsters on my desk, what a crew. All staring back while I watch you two. Dracula's teeth won't stay in place, keep falling off of his pale white face. The mummy's bandage twists and turns, smudge a little dust so the edges burn. Wolfman's fur gets a brown gold streak, give him a scratch on his plastic cheek. Monster squad on a cardboard stage, front row seats to a haunted age. Monsters on my desk, all lined in a row. Paint on my shirt and it still won't go. Dracula's cape with the shiny red drip. The mummy's wrap starting to slip. Wolfman howling by the window light. Tiny scares that feel just right. Monsters on my desk, what a crew. All staring back while I watch you two.
And here they are, everyone, in their cleaned up, polished, and re-glued glory. We're going to start off from least to most. This Phantom of the Opera, I think, has done really well. I especially love the guy back here going, "Let me out." But he is missing a mask. He should be holding a mask. Because of that, he's only worth about $50. Now, there is someone selling a mask online for $5 that I could buy and repaint. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, because at the end of the day, he's not that much of a desirable monster. Next up, we have the creature from the Black Lagoon. I think he turned out really well. He is only worth about $75, which kind of surprised me because I thought he would be one of the higher ones because he would be rarer, but apparently not. Next up, we got Godzilla. Godzilla is worth about $100, sold recently for $100. And then we move on over here to Mr. Dracula. Now that bat did go in the tree. I realized that this limb right here was not glued. It was hanging down earlier. But this Dracula, I think, is done in really great detail. He will sell for around $150. Next up, we're over here to the Mummy. The Mummy, surprisingly, recently sold for, I think it was $200, I believe. Yeah, $200. I don't think this one is done as nicely as that one is, but still, I think it's a nice piece. I'm going to probably value that about $150. And then the Wolfman Jack here. He's a great piece. I think he was painted really well. He sells for about $250. And then this guy right here is the most desirable one of the bunch. I think he's been done really, really well. Like you can tell, like that looks like marble back there. But he sells for about $250 as well. But by far, I think the most desirable piece in the collection. Overall, about $1,000 worth of product here. But not for sale. These are going to go in the permanent collection. All right, everybody, there they are. I got rid of some pressed steel back there, and I'm going to sell that on eBay and get rid of it. But so happy to have these as part of the collection. I think they look amazing. Plus, we got Superman, which is an Aurora model, and we got these 3 superheroes here, which are Aurora models. So very happy to have them. I think they're cool. I'm going to enjoy looking at them while I sit in my chair and watch TV. So anyway, guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share, leave a comment. You know the drill. Thanks for being a part of this channel. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you, where? At the next toy hunt. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Find, sell, collect, go and sell, sell. Find, sell, collect, shipping stuff in the mail.